Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Tampa Bay Downs here on Saturday. It is the 13th of January 2024. Gonna look at the stakes action here from Tampa, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it, around the world. Let's look at the stakes action from Tampa. Races 3, 7, and 9. So it's a good card today. They are off the turf today, so just keep that in mind. They announced it's Friday afternoon or Friday morning. I can't remember which one, but it was announced Friday that they are taking the turf race off, which was the first race, but still, it's a very good card from Tampa. Let's get to the stakes action, though. Races 6, like I said, 6, 7, and 9. The sixth race, it is the Wayward Last Stakes, going for a purse of $50,000. Race fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses, going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or a mile 16th here on the main track. Gonna take the 2 horse Liben as a top selection. 2-1-5-6 in the superfecta. 2-1-5-6 super. Top selection to 2 horse Liben. Hopefully I said that right. I can't speak English. There's 4 played by Loban here. Staffy Joseph Jr. trains. Edgar Zayas gets the mount. The horse's most recent ad came 3rd December at Gulfstream. A mile off 6-2 claimer, and he won by 4 lengths that day. And basically, he won out of the gate. He quickened up nicely on the front end, seeing some decent fractions, and it was a very good, strong run. Coming around 2 turns, could be forwardly paced. I expect him to run a good race and find the winner's circle again here today. 2 back at Aqueduct, 22nd of October, a mile and allowance race, 100,000. He won by 2 3/4 lengths that day, and on the front end almost all throughout, he quickened up nicely. A very good run, first start since stretching out and trip. First start off the refreshing about 4 months there. 4 months prior, mid-July at Gulfstream, or 3 months prior. 6.5 in the main special weight, 43,000. He won by 2 3/4 lengths that day. He didn't break so well, but after that, on the front end, again, he won it in a trot. That was a very, very good race. He's training well. I expect him to run well. The 1 horse Opus 42 for Arnaud Delacour and Daniel Centeno wouldn't surprise me if he wins. Most recently routing in the 38 and go at Laurel of the mile 16th. He finished second by 5.5 lengths that day. He lost all chance at the beginning. He had post position 8 of 8, which basically starts in the clubhouse turn with that 2-foot run into the turn, if that. It's like 2 inches actually. He was just wide throughout, and that cost him. He just didn't have the trip to win. I think with a better poster here today, back to this track where he won at this fixture last year, he won the Gasparilla over this track on this day. I think she's going to be in a better spot to win. 7-5. Let's use her here in the late pick 5 that begins with this race. But to recount my selection for the 6 from Tampa, it's the Wayward Last. Going to take the 2 horse Liben. Give kudos to the 1 horse Opus 42. 2-1-5-6 super. 2-1 in the multi race. The 7th race from Tampa, it is the Gasparilla. It's going for a purse of $125,000. Race for fillies, 3-year-olds here. Field of 8 horses, going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs in the Gasparilla. These races are kind of like the road to the Tampa Bay Derby and the Florida Oaks, I guess. And next month you have the Sam F. Davis in about 4 weeks, and then after that you have the Tampa Derby in 4 weeks, which is always one. Those are my 2 favorite fixtures of the year. But my top selection here in the Gasparilla, I'm going to go with the 5 horse Gervin's Princess. 5-6-1-3 for me in the superfecta. 5-6-1-3 super. Top selection 5 horse Gervin's Princess. 3 affiliated by Gervin here. Kathleen O'Connell trains. Hector Dias Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent ad came in late November at Tampa. 6 furlongs and optional 25 claimer. And the horse went by 2 1/4 lengths that day. And he had a basically dream trip. He stalked all the way around the race course. When he got a little wide late, he took off clear. That was a very good run off the bench. Come back with 63 Buyer. Stretching out and trip. Training incredibly well over this track. I'm going to give her another shot to find the winner's circle today. 2 back in the main 25 at Gulfstream, 6 furlongs. Late September, she won by 5 that day, and again, she stalked that day, some good fractions, and she went away with it, winning by half a dozen. Not a bad race there, but on debut, she just, stalked a little bit too fast pace, going 6 at Gulfstream on 3rd September to State Bred Main Specialway, finishing 7 by 6 1/4 lengths. She stalked, and she just completely hit the wall. It wasn't her day to win, but she's been a lot better horse since then. Coming here, I'm going to give her a shot on the ticket. I think the 6 horse Courageous Girl for Sammy Camacho and Gregory Sacco could win. It was when she broke her maiden Monmouth going 6. I thought that was a very good strong run, getting there in the nick of time. Then they tried the horse routing the Sleem, which I thought was a step backward. She finished 9th by 14.5 lengths that day, and she never really got going. Came back to run a decent 3rd here right before Christmas, going 6.5 in optional 75. I think back to sprinting trip, training well. I'm gonna give her a good chance on this late pick 4, late pick 5 ticket. So let's use her. But to recount recount my selection for the 7 from Tampa. It's the Gasparilla. Gonna take the 5 horse, Gervin's Princess. Give kudos to the 6 horse, Courageous Girl. 5-6-1-3 Super. 5-6 in the multi race. Let's get to the 9th race now from Tampa, which is the featured Pasco Stakes. It's going for a purse of $125,000. Race for 3-year-olds here. 7 horses are going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs in the Pasco. I'm going to take the 3 horse Bookham Dano. 3714 for me in the superfecta. 3714 super top selection. The 3 horse Bookham Dano. This 3-year-old gelding by Bucharo here. Derek Ryan trains, gets Marin up in the saddle. The horse's most recent outing came here in New York at Aqueduct, a mile in the Nashua Stakes, and finished second by 3/4 length that day. And as just over even money favorite, he was flying on the front end. He got caught late. Where's Chris? Just ran a terrific race and caught him. But this horse, I just think the mile was a little bit too long for him. I think cutting back to 7 is what he wants to do, and also if he could slow it down, I think he could get the trip a lot better to win. He ran terrifically in the futurity before that at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs, 8th of October, winning by 6 1/4 lengths that day. He stalked that day. He was a little bit wide, but when he did the turn of foot, he took off clear. Very, very good, strong run there. And then the smoke lacking at Monmouth over the 6th and the 9th of September, winning by 2 lengths that day, closing up from nowhere. That was a very good run. Something I've noticed at Monmouth this past winter, usually Monmouth can be a conveyor belt of speed, wide speed at times. This summer, it seemed like wide closers were doing very well at Monmouth. Race before, on debut, going 5.5 in the main special weight, he closed up from nowhere to win by 9.5 lengths. A very, very good run. He's training well on the slop last week here, 3 furlongs and 36 flat, 5/8 mile drill, 101 and 3. I'm going to give him a shot here on this ticket. I think the 7 horse Rathmore could win also for Tom Alpetrani and Antonio Gallardo. Most recently in the inaugural, about a month ago here at Tampa, he finished 3rd by 4 1/4 lengths that day. He had the bumpiest beginnings. He was with them early on, but this just kind of crumbled. First start in South Florida, quick turnaround from the New York races. Might need the run. I think refreshing back here, he has a very logical chance of improving a lot. Prior to that, going on the slop at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs in the main special weight, he won by a head that day, and he gamed it out to the wire. I thought that was a very good performance there. And then 1st of October, going 6 in the main special weight, he finished 6 by 9 1/4 lengths that day. And, he just kind of weakened late. I thought the slightly better horses got to him, but he's improved a lot since that race. Coming back to 7, second back here at Tampa. Let's give him a shot on the late pick 5. But to recount my selection for the 9th now from Tampa, it's the Pasco. Going to take the 3 horse Bookham Dano. Give kudos to the 7 horse Rathmore. 3-7-1-4 super, 3-7 in the multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everyone.